Po life. Man, I still can't get over the fact that Alpo's dead, man. Still can't get over that fact. And I was gonna do a video months ago talking about why Alpo hasn't put out a book, hasn't said anything, hasn't even did an interview, an official interview. You know, um, hasn't So we don't know. I mean, we heard rumors about a movie deal, but we don't really know if a movie deal was going down. Everything was so hush hush. You know, if Alpo would have, if Alpo wanted a book out, he would have did that. You know what I'm saying? While he was in prison, the man did 26 years in prison. He had plenty of time to sit down and write a book. Plenty of time. He got 26 years to write a book about his life story. You know what I'm saying? He had plenty of time to plan and execute a plan to get a movie deal. And I'm pretty sure that Damon Dash would have helped him with that. You know, but I guess considering the fact that he had that paid in full, you know, that was out, that did okay. I really didn't. I really, you know what I'm saying? It was a B movie. B movie, you know what I'm saying? It was alright. It wasn't no Boys in the Hood. Wasn't no New Jack City. Wasn't no, you know, no Minister Society. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? It was a straight DVD. It was alright. Straight to DVD type B movie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, that wasn't really his life story though, man. You know, Alpo didn't give a fuck about giving us his. Really, to be honest, Alpo didn't give a fuck about giving us his story. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much we wanted it, I guess you know what I'm saying. He could have got a bag off that story by doing it the right way. Instead of wanting the bag up front for an interview, he wanted. Come on, he wanted too much for an interview, man. I think this guy wanted like 6 figures, 5 to 6 figures for an interview, man. Come on, dog. Like Caviar was saying, that ain't how the gang work. That ain't how the gang work, man. That ain't how the gang work, Alpo. You know what I'm saying? And I really wish he would have went on Vlad. You know, Vlad got the best platform. He asked the best questions. You know, when he do his research, he do ask some good questions when he do his research. You know, I felt like Vlad was the best platform. I hope you know, I think Vlad did his homework. You know, Vlad did a good job with AZ. You know, so I wish he would have went on Vlad. But some tell me that, you know, the rumors are saying Alpo was still in the streets, man. So, you know, like I said, Alpo didn't give. If Alpo wanted his story out, he would have put it out. You know, if he wanted to write a book, he would have wrote a book. Now that book situation, he would have got sued to oblivion from his victims' families. You know, he pretty much would have got sued. So, but I think there's ways he could have got around that. You know, created an LLC. You know what I'm saying? A business entity that has nothing to do with, you know, his personal, you know, finances. You know, I think there's ways around that, but at the same time, he would have got sued. Sammy the Bull did that. He got sued. You know, so maybe he felt like, I ain't writing no book. All that money going to the family, all that money going to the victim's family. I ain't gonna see none of that. So ain't no use for me writing no book. And the movie deal the same way. You know, maybe they was trying to work it out, but you know, when that movie bringing in revenue, the victim's family is gonna sue him. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, maybe he could have created an LLC and avoid that type of lawsuit. But you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, them wrongful death suits was gonna come for him if he would have put out a movie or a book. They was definitely coming for him. So he had to figure out how to do things on the legal side, you know. And I think that's probably why it was taking so damn long. Cause like I said, he had 26 years to write a book. You know what I'm saying, in prison. You know, you had plenty of time. You know, and all these things can be negotiated. You know, if he got the patience to sit down. You know what I'm saying. These things can be negotiated. You know, with the victims' families. You know, if they're willing to negotiate at all. But it seemed like Poe wasn't even interested in giving us. Well, it seemed like he wasn't interested in even telling his story. To be honest with you, you know, he just wanted that quick bag, like that quick drug money. Damn, you know what I'm saying? He wanted that quick bag, like that quick drug money, and that ain't how things go, man. You know, I expected him. You know what I'm saying? It was things I expected of him. I didn't get. You know, because I really thought he was gonna be, you know, on his grind, trying to get a story out, trying to get a deal out or whatever, and be on these interviews. But, you know, what comes with those interviews come with those hard questions also, and maybe he wasn't ready to face that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because there's a certain level of redemption you have to have to go on this media circuit and, you know, do some type of promotion of your product. You know, you know what I'm saying, the audience have to feel empathy for you in some type of way. So you can't and what we have heard and what we have seen, he's the same old guy. So that probably wasn't gonna fly well. The same old Alpo, you know, living with no regrets, you know, just being the same old dude, you know, that probably wasn't gonna fly well. Him going on a media circuit, and maybe he knew that and was like, fuck all that, man. Y'all want to interview? Pay me. And that's his way of saying, I don't want to give no interview. Fuck the fucking interview. Fuck everything. And that's the way of saying that when he's saying pay me, you know, pretty much overpricing himself. That's his way of saying, I don't want to give y'all the story. You know what I'm saying? Fuck y'all. I mean, I'm saying, I'm just gonna live my life and do what I do. You know, I ain't asked for all this fame. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asked for all this shit. Just a local nigga from Harlem. I ain't asked to be world famous or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell Alpo didn't embrace that world fame shit. Alpo pretty much stayed out the spotlight. I mean, to keep it real with you, he stayed out the spotlight. He wasn't, and I saw an interview with him on some type of media platform, and he looked uncomfortable talking to this lady. I think it was Fashion Week, and he didn't look comfortable. Even talking to her, which he should have been very comfortable. But you can tell he didn't want that stage. You can tell he really didn't want that stage, man. You know, maybe he wanted that. You know, it's okay to be the big man and on the block and to shine on the block, but with them cameras, you can tell Alpo didn't really like that camera. That video. I mean, you know, he liked it in the club. You know, when he was doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? When he was hitting girls, he liked showing that side of the camera. But as far as that media, no, that whole big media monster, Alpo wasn't comfortable with that media monster, because if he was, he would have been on a lot of people's video cameras. You know what I'm saying? You can tell Alpo didn't like that camera like that. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't come on these these YouTubers platform. He wouldn't do a video with Flip or none of that. Or not Flip, but Flip. Queen's Flip. He wouldn't do a video. He would call them. They would talk to each other on the phone, but Alpo wasn't really about that camera life. And if we did see him on camera, it'd be like a little 5-second clip. Like, he wasn't really about that. He like, you know what I'm saying, yo, take me off camera. If he really wanted that, he would have had social media. He would have had a lot of shit. And maybe a lot of this stuff not appearing on camera, maybe that had to do with the witness protection. Maybe, the authorities was telling him, stay off the camera, you need to stay out of sight. Maybe they was, maybe they wasn't, but I don't think they could tell him what to do. But I just know Alpo been out like 5-6 years, and he didn't embrace that camera like we thought he would. I thought he was this flashy type of guy that would love the camera, that would embrace it. He loved the people. He loved showing out, coming in Harlem and showing out, being around the people. But, you know what I'm saying, even him coming around Harlem, ain't too many people was filming him, taking out the video cameras, filming him, with his permission. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Alpo didn't really want his story out. He really didn't want to be in front of that camera, man. He really wasn't that media guy that we thought we thought he would embrace. He didn't embrace it. And, that's why he outpriced himself with people wanting to interview him. Now, if he fuck with you, he fuck with you and he talk to you. And if you recorded him talking to you, you just recorded him talking to you. And it's kind of unfortunate we didn't get that side of Alpo that we wanted. But hey, man, it's a weird situation. If the guy's the same old guy and pretty much a psychopathic killer, I mean, maybe, what I'm saying, it's kind of crazy to try to be in that world, and Alpo wasn't raised in that world. Alpo came from the 80s, and they didn't have no cameras, man. Nobody was filming like that. I mean, they had cameras, but it wasn't the social media world it is today. And I give credit to Alpo. He stayed out the way. He didn't have no Facebook, didn't have no Instagram, didn't have no Twitter. And if he did have these things, he had them secretly. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you right there, man. The man really just wanted to be out the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, ain't it? Peace out.